Welcome, Seeker. This message arrives not to comfort you, but to steady you. Let us begin. Aries, this week begins with a quiet pressure building behind your ribs. Not urgency, not anger, but something more deliberate. It's the feeling that something is ready to move, but only if you choose it consciously. The sun travels through Aquarius, activating the part of your chart that governs community, long-term vision, and the future you're building beyond yourself. This isn't about solo conquest, it's about alignment. Who you walk with, what systems you participate in, which versions of yourself no longer belong in the future you're imagining. Mars, your ruling planet, is also in Aquarius, and that matters. Your drive this week isn't impulsive, it's strategic. Detached enough to see patterns, but still powerful enough to act. If you feel less reactive than usual, that's not a loss of fire, that's maturity. Midweek, Mercury and Venus move through Pisces, softening your inner world. This brings memories, intuition, and subtle emotional truths to the surface. You may notice old feelings returning, not to trap you, but to be understood differently. Listen carefully. What once felt like weakness now carries information. The most important shift this week is Saturn entering Aries, your sign. This is a long-term transit, and you're standing at its threshold. Saturn doesn't rush. It asks, what are you willing to build, slowly with integrity? This is the beginning of a multi-year cycle where leadership, responsibility, and self-definition are no longer optional. You may feel the weight of that already, a subtle seriousness, a sense that excuses don't work anymore. That's not punishment, that's empowerment through discipline. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer pulls attention to your foundations, home, emotional safety, the stories you carry from the past. Growth now requires emotional honesty, not bravado. If something feels destabilizing, it's asking to be nurtured, not conquered. By week's end, clarity arrives quietly, not as a breakthrough, but as a decision that sticks. Aries, you're not being asked to fight this week. You're being asked to commit, and that's far more powerful.
Aries, this is the tarot card influencing your path right now. 6 of Cups, revisiting the past with new awareness, reclaiming innocence without regression. Aries, the 6 of Cups arrives as a memory carried forward through time. This card is not asking you to return to the past, but to recognize what once made you feel sincere, hopeful, or emotionally alive. There is a part of you that remembers a simpler truth. Before expectation, before pressure. This week invites you to reconnect with that essence, not to live there, but to let it inform who you are becoming now. What you reclaim is innocence, refined by experience.
The I Ching hexagram randomly selected for you this week is Hexagram 53, Wind over Mountain. Gradual progress. Beloved Aries, gradual progress moves like breath across stone. Nothing here rushes. Nothing forces its way forward. Growth happens as trust builds, quietly, patiently, step by step. This hexagram reminds you that what lasts is formed slowly. Each small movement anchors the next. Even when change feels invisible, it is already reshaping the path beneath your feet.
The Elder Futhark rune for you this week is Perthro. Perthro is the rune of the unknown and unfolding fate. It appears when outcomes are not meant to be controlled. This week, Aries, probability replaces certainty. What matters is not prediction, but presence. Stay engaged. The pattern reveals itself only as you participate.
If this reading grounded something within you, honor it. Like, subscribe, return when you are ready for the next turning.